And I'm going live on Facebook too. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Empowering Morning Conversations. It's good to be back after 2 days. And I'm so happy that our team has really looked after you and apparently, engaged you, and everybody is happy and everybody was crying and God knows what not. So I'm going to watch the video today and catch up with you. In the meantime, let's begin today's session. So empowering morning conversations, I don't think we need to repeat with you every morning what is it that we are trying to do here, because we don't have any new people. So when we have new people, or for the benefit of people on Facebook who may be watching us only today for the first time, would Neeti tell them what is this empowering morning conversations and why do we do it every morning?
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. Empowering Morning Conversations is a forum which is our second home. We come here every day for our dose of positivity, our guidance, our friendships that helps us look at positivity in life, in circumstances, look for opportunities to overcome whatever hindrances we are facing in our personal space, in our professional space, in our lives. It helps us leave the negative behind and move ahead with a lot of positivity, a lot of hope, and a lot of desires and a lot of achievements. So this is where we come and we are charged for the day, and we ponder on some very important thoughts, important questions that helps us change our life and our outlook towards our life. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's only one thing I'd like to add to that we believe that we all have unlimited potential to fulfill all our desires and all our objectives in life. We have the potential, okay? We are wonderful, we are magnificent, we are extraordinary. We deserve to be loved and respected for who we are. And we have the potential to do anything. Okay, we have the skills, we have the knowledge, we have the attitude. If we don't have it, we have the ability to learn also. That's what being human is. So with all this that we have, if there is something that stops us from fulfilling our desires, it is our own self. It's our own mind, our body, and our emotions that will stop you. That will stop us, actually. So we got to manage this mind, because the mind is where the negativity comes in. The mind is where the negative beliefs come in. The mind is where we form all our negative conclusions. The mind is the place where we make these negative interpretations, and so on and so forth. And the body in which we reside, if we don't manage this body, we will not be able to have a great human experience, right? So the body can be an enabler, or it could be something that stops us. Similarly, we are beings with a lot of feelings and emotions. Now, the feelings can empower us or they can disempower us, right? Because feelings significantly impact our actions. So when you are charged up, full of energy, full of passion, full of enthusiasm, your actions are of a different nature. And when you're despondent, sad, upset, low, then your energy is also low. And your actions are obviously not as powerful as they should be. So this forum every morning, without fail, will help us to recharge ourselves, manage our mind, manage our body, and manage our emotions. And when we have mastery over all these three things, then we will be the real powerful person that we were designed to be. So we have the power, we will be able to unleash that power when we take care of all these interferers, mental, physical, emotional interferers. Now, the very beautiful part of this is, we overcome these three, go up a certain notches, we go up to a certain level, and then we take on bigger things. When we take on bigger things, bigger interferers come. All kinds of interferers will be there, right? Like the world telling you. So there are internal interferers, like what your mind is telling you negative stuff. There are external interferers, right? You want to do something, everybody's telling you, no, don't do it. It's very dangerous. Now, when we get influenced by that negativity, we become negative and we stop doing what we want to do. So we want to do something, we will not do it. So we become so dependent on the outside world. We are so dependent on outside endorsement. People telling us, "Jao, karo, jao, simran ji lo apna jeevan." We want other people to say that. That is an interferer. I agree that we should keep people in our life also happy. But it doesn't mean that we simply blindly keep getting influenced and listening to everything that they have to say. We can influence them also to see the point of view that we have. We can influence them to see why something is important to us. In which case, they will actually say, all right, go ahead, we are with you, go for it. Right? So a little bit extra is needed from us from time to time. Sometimes we don't know how. So you come here and maybe we show you how. If you want to go to another level of learning, you can come to other learning platforms that we have. So the world is available to you. All you have to do is step out and take use of it. So on this lovely morning, is there anybody wants to say something? I came this morning with a question for you. And that is always a question for me is, you are coming here every morning. What do you expect from this session? Today's topic is expectation. Today's topic is perception. And today's topic is interpretation. So there are three things we will talk about. If you do not manage your own expectations and other people's expectations, what do you think will happen? If you don't manage your own expectations and other people's expectations, what do you think will happen? Now it's the time to unmute yourself, put up your hands and answer that question. What will happen if you don't manage your own expectations and the expectations of others? Yes, Reddy Garu.
You live in default mode, sir.
Yeah, but what will happen?
You
see, somebody may not be understanding what is default mode, no? All the old people, we understand default mode.
You act based on the circumstances. You don't use your mind. You just follow the flow, whatever it is.
So you are saying that if you do not manage your expectations, what will happen?
You will just go through the flow, sir, whatever happens.
If you do not follow fulfill your expectations. See, the expectations will not get fulfilled just like that, no?
Yeah, true.
So we have our own expectations.
Yeah.
And the people in our life, they also have their expectations.
True.
When we do not manage these expectations, what will happen is my question to you.
We'll judge people, sir, if we will not manage.
You may be judging, then what else? When you don't fulfill your expectation, what will happen? Think about it some more. I mean, you are going in the right direction, Reddy Garu. Maybe you are not saying in that way. Just wait, Darshanaji, I'll come to you also. Yes, Suresh.
Life will become a hell. Living will be very difficult.
If you don't manage your own expectations and others' expectations.
Yes.
Okay.
And,
life will become living hell.
Yeah, and always there will be breakdowns only. No, not even breakthroughs.
Okay. And Suchitra, today she is called 100-acre wood. What does that mean? Yes, ma'am. Please unmute yourself first.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah. Now.
So it's the place where Winnie the Pooh and Piglet and all these great people emerge from. wood. So if we don't manage our own expectations and those of others, we become life becomes toxic, negative. We slip into defeat, and we cease seeing the great vast celebration that life is. So we squander the opportunity.
Wow, wonderful words. And in my simple language, I'll say, if you don't manage your expectations and other people's expectations, there will be upsets all
Yes.
around. So life will become toxic. All right, thank you very much. Yes, Mr. KP.
Yeah, yes, sir. Good morning. Yeah, if
Morning.
you don't match your own expectations,
Manage.
your own expectations, you will be upset. You will be low in energy. You will get into a negative spiral. Right, those things will happen, sir.
Right, beautiful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Darshana ji.
I think we generally merge other people's expectations with our own, and we try to fulfill those expectations, thinking them that our expectations are more or less the same. And then you don't realize that you're not managing your own expectations. So sometimes you don't know any better, because you feel that managing other people's expectations, which you have considered them to be your own, you're going to be happy about it. But somewhere something does niggle, and then you cannot pinpoint what is happening. Like why can't you be a different kind of a person? So I think because the expectations are merged with each other, it becomes difficult, and you don't know whether they are your expectations or their expectations.
True. And what will happen when you don't manage those expectations, whether they are yours or theirs?
Then you are disappointed, and
Yeah.
at times you do it because you don't know any better whether they are yours or theirs. They are merged so closely to each
We
other.
understood that. That is very nicely put. But the important thing to remember is that when you don't manage expectations, you will be upset.
Yeah, naturally you get upset, you're disappointed, you're frustrated. All
Right.
these negative things happen when you don't.
Yeah, when you don't manage them. Yes, Priya. After that, Kunen.
So when I don't manage those expectations, a lot of self guilt and self doubt come in. कि मेरी वजह से वो upset हो गए. I'm the reason to make them upset, and I shouldn't exist in this world. I am worthless. So this is what comes in.
Not exist.
Yesterday was the day when I was feeling like that.
Oh.
So yeah, this is what is there
All
in
right.
my mind.
Thank you so much for sharing it. Yes, Kunen.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I think managing others' expectation is clear to me. The other question coming to my mind that, shall I expect something from others? Or why shall I expect something from others?
Okay, that is step number 2. Let us first answer the question of step number 1. What will happen, or what normally happens when you don't manage your own expectations and other people's expectations?
Yeah, there is no harmony, sir, with this harmony.
There is no harmony, right? So now let's come to managing expectations. So is managing expectations such a big thing? Please note the word. What is it that is required to manage expectations? Nothing much, really. I'm not saying how do you fulfill expectations. I'm saying how do you manage expectations? So how do you manage expectations?
In my opinion, sir, you have to just listen the point of views of others, understand what exactly they want, and if I can take action to fulfill the expectations or the requirements, then I will take action. If not, I will say I can't do it. So there will be communication and the clarity, and action based on the communication or the discussion or the agreement.
So in simple language, I should know what I should hear and understand what their expectation is.
Right.
If I want to manage somebody's expectations, first of all, I should know what that expectation is. Correct?
Right, sir.
If they are not saying it, I should ask. See, many people expect that you should be knowing it. He's my husband. He should know that this is my expectation. He's my boss. Boss should know what my expectation is. Yes, Suresh.
Yeah, communication with awareness.
Yeah, very good. Communication with awareness. So my question is, with communication and awareness, how will you manage your expectations? See, the process is important.
Yeah,
Action
controlling
point
my
follow.
own, controlling
Story
my
may
own,
follow.
controlling my own desires. I mean,
Is that
making
so?
it.
You
Yeah.
will manage your expectation by controlling your desires. In other
Desires
words,
will
you're
be-
saying don't have expectations.
Yeah, then if you have expectation again, you have upset.
No, if you do not manage your expectations, then you will have upset. Just because you're having an expectation does not mean you will have an upset, right?
Yeah, if I don't
If your
manage, yes.
expectation is not fulfilled, you will be upset.
Yes, yes, yes.
If you,
There will be a
so it
breakdown.
will never be fulfilled if you don't manage it, no?
Yes, sir, yes. Exactly.
Just because I'm having an expectation, it is not going to be fulfilled.
No, that should be put in an action and proper action,
Yeah,
appropriate.
exactly. So what action would you do? Suppose I've got some expectation from Suresh.
Yeah.
But I never told Suresh, hey, Suresh, I have expectation from you.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you
It's
fulfill
simple.
my expectation?
Yeah, it's simple, sir. Like suppose.
No, answer my question.
Huh.
If I never told you what I'm expecting from you,
Yeah.
can you fulfill my expectation?
No, I will not be knowing what you are expecting from me.
Exactly. So if you look into our life, a lot of time what happens is that we do not communicate our expectation to the other person.
Yes.
We expect them to know. And they
Yes.
also don't communicate their expectation to us because they expect we should know. They are my relative, they should know. Everybody should know. Why they know? Do they read their brain? Your mind? No, no.
This mostly happens in college, sir.
It happens everywhere.
Yeah,
See,
mostly.
that's the reason why I always ask people, please tell me what is your expectation. So suppose you have an expectation, which we do have. You have an expectation, but you never told it to anyone.
Yes,
Will that empower you or disempower you?
completely disempower.
Because it's an undelivered communication.
Yes,
That is an incompletion. I didn't even communicate that I have this expectation from you.
yes, sir. In a simple way, a boy, he doesn't say to the girl that he loves, and somebody will tell and take her away. Then this
Then
fellow
he'll
will
be
get
upset because my expectation did not get fulfilled. Hello, did you ask her? There was one fellow whose expectation was not getting fulfilled, very, very upset with his father. Right? My father always tells no to me. I said, what do you want? I say. He said, I want to buy a motorcycle. So have you gone and told your father? No, I have not. Why have you not told him? Because I know he's going to say no to me. I don't want him to be having satisfaction of telling no to me, so I will not ask him. I said, if you don't ask him, can he give it to you? He says, no. Then you will say he doesn't give me what I ask. So finally, I convinced him. I said, go and tell your father that you expect him to buy you a motorcycle. Next day, he came very happy. He said, sir, I told my dad, buy me a motorcycle. Dad said, why you want motorcycle? I'll buy you a car. And he bought me Maruti car. Wow. Because dad was not wanting to give him bike because it's dangerous to drive on the road on a two-wheeler. So he bought him a four-wheeler. How does it get better than that? So friends, managing expectations is nothing but communicating clearly what you expect. They may fulfill your expectation or they may not. Okay, that's another matter. The first step is at least have you communicated? See, like your friends, your family, your staff and all, they let them at least communicate what their expectations are. Can you fulfill all expectations? Not always, right? But can you know what their expectation is? Yes, you can. Can you let them know that you know what their expectation is? Right? For example, you have a lot of people, angry people in your life. Right? They are angry because some expectation of theirs is never getting fulfilled. Whatever you may be doing guesswork, they are still angry. They are still finding something to blame you with. So obviously they are not clearly, we don't know what is it that they want, right? In 1 or 2 cases, I realized that the person's expectation is they want to be unhappy only. They love their default mode. Their expectation is everybody around me should be frightened of me. So they are always behaving like that. Are you getting it? So we can ask when somebody tells their expectation, it's very important that we tell them back, okay, Mr. So-and-so, this is your expectation. Have I understood it correctly or not? They'll say, yes, you have understood, or they'll say you have not understood. Yeah. So it's important. See, for example, Mr. So-and-so has an expectation from his boss, but he never told his boss. Okay. So that's one step. Now he takes the courage and he goes to the boss and he communicates that expectation. Boss simply shakes his head and says, okay. Will you be happy with that? No. But if the boss tells you, okay, Mr. So-and-so, I understand what your expectation is. This is your expectation, correct, boss? That much if he does, half the battle is done. Then what he does afterwards is another matter. At least you will be happy to know, okay, he has understood, he knows what my expectation is. So I'm explaining you the process in which you manage expectation. Okay. So stage number 1, for example, somebody has some people in their family who are fighting with each other. And the expectation is, okay, by children don't fight with one another. Have you communicated that? Yes, I have. Have they understood what you have communicated? We don't know. Because people are funny people, Like when you communicate something to them, oh, are you telling me to change? No, you're not telling them to change. You're only saying don't fight with each other. But they are making up so many assumptions about that. So if you want your expectation to be fulfilled, you'll have to be more clear with them. You may have to enroll them, right? And all that. And you have to be very clear. Just because you have an expectation and you have communicated it, it does not mean that they are going to fulfill your expectation. They may or they may not. So being a realist over there, that being very clear, okay, I have communicated my expectation. They may fulfill that expectation or not. So who's responsible for fulfilling your expectation? They or you? Whose expectation is it? When you have conveyed your expectation to them and you have made sure that they have understood what your expectation is, correct? Then whose responsibility is to fulfill that expectation? Now, we normally think that it is their responsibility to fulfill the expectation. But whose expectation it is? That question you can answer. Whose expectation is it?
My expectation.
I promise you that we will always fulfill your expectations in life. Nobody promised us that, right? So if you expect that all your expectations are going to get fulfilled, then you are in deep shit. I mean, deep trouble. However, you have an expectation. You would like that expectation to be fulfilled. Step number 1, you have communicated it. Step number 2, you have made sure that they have understood it. What is step number 3, do you think? If you are committed to fulfill your expectation, what would be the step number 3?
You be with them.
Okay, and?
Take equal responsibility.
These are words, Reddy Garu. What are you going to do?
Sir, on a lighter note from my past experience, praying to God.
No, if you're a Punjabi, you can play the Punjabi musical instrument also. So Neeti knows what is Punjabi musical instrument. She's not going to tell you. It's not polite. So what's the next step? If you are really committed to your expectation being fulfilled, what would be the next step? You've told them, they've understood it. What is the next step?
So we help with, or rather we support by taking responsibility, or I don't know what is the word. It's not only responsibility, but it's some form of support in achieving it. It is not a question that I do it or you do it. Maybe it's a sense of togetherness in achieving it. Is that so?
See, on the
Working-
face of it, it looks fine. What I'm looking for is action points. What will you do? What will you do or what will you say?
You have to plan for that, sir. That's how to fulfill.
What?
You have to plan for that. What you have to do and what others have to do. You have to
Okay.
muster support.
You have to plan for that. Can you show me that somebody is not fulfilling your expectation?
Yes, sir.
What plan will you make? Can you give some guidance on that?
You're saying somebody is not. No, I thought you are not fulfilling your own expectations.
No,
Somebody is.
I said that, see, that's why you should listen, KP. Pay attention. I said, you have some expectation from somebody.
Somebody, right?
You have told that person. You have made sure that the person has understood what you told them. Good?
Right.
That person is still not fulfilling your expectation. What should you do? That's what I'm asking.
I think you allow some time and maybe you have to go back and reinforce that. Maybe that
Allow
person
some
is
time,
doing
I
something.
get that. How you will reinforce that? See, this is just words, no? You
Yeah,
have to
right.
reinforce. What will you do to reinforce it?
Periodically go and remind that person, and maybe that person is doing something in the background that is not visible yet. It may eventually, it may fulfill your thing, or maybe he is off the track. Basically, I would say periodically you have to go back and check what's happening on that front.
Okay,
Maybe-
that's a good plan. Go and check. Or it could be like Nidhi said, hello, do you need any help from me to
Help from
fulfill
me.
expectation?
Right.
Have you noticed that whatever KP you are also saying is now the ball is in my court? You're saying, I will remind them. I will stay with them again after a few days. I will remind them. And even after reminding, they're still not doing. Then what will you do? Will you give up? Normally we give up. You'll say, I have conveyed, they are not wanting to do. So what to do? All expectations are not fulfilled. So let me leave it. That can also happen, isn't it? What else can we do?
Generally, we review the things.
Means?
Review means when both the target is same and two people have to work together. They share, communicate what is happening towards the goal, and try to, manage to reach the goal as early as
Somewhat
possible.
okay, what you're saying, somewhat okay. If the person is still not fulfilling, I would actually ask them, okay, what is the problem? You have understood my expectation. You know what my expectation is. What is stopping you from fulfilling it? You don't want to fulfill it? They may say no.
Yeah.
You may ask them, no, any problem? What is the difficulty in fulfilling it?
Yeah, sitting, communicating and finding out what is missing, and whatever is missing, we'll try to provide that. Then
Yeah,
things will
but if
happen.
they outright say, look, I don't want to fulfill your expectation. I'm not going to.
That is clear. Okay, then try with someone else.
Wait a minute, don't be in a hurry. Normally, when somebody says, I don't want to fulfill your expectation, we start resisting that. How can he say like this? He should. See, now if we have a compassionate approach, see, who's the person you will be talking to? You will be talking to someone who's connected with you as a relative or a friend or an employee or a colleague or someone. There is a relationship over there. Correct? Now, one of the biggest drawbacks which causes upset is our should. You know, in our brain, we have this thing which says, no, they are my relative, they are my friend, they are my employee, they should fulfill my expectation. How can they not fulfill it? So first of all, we have to drop this. They should fulfill my expectation. It is my right that my expectation should be fulfilled. So you have to drop that first. If you drop that, then the second part of conversation can happen, like Suresh is saying. We find out, okay, what is the difficulty in this? What will you lose if you do this? Because in order to fulfill your expectation, they have to do something, right? उनको कुछ करना पड़ेगा ना? And they're not willing to do that. So we'll have to find out, okay, boss, why are you not willing to do that? What's the difficulty? Can I help you with that? Now, the usual answer, when they are finding something difficult, there'll be like a reaction. They'll say, no, but I don't want to do it. So what is there to talk? They'll talk like that. So when people do that, we normally back off. We think, oh, if he doesn't want to do that, why should I? Now there, like KP said, you may drop it for a while so that let him get off it. He's on that position he has taken. So you wait for some time and then you can go back and say, hello, if this expectation is fulfilled, this is what will happen. If you do what I'm asking you to do, this is what will happen. Does it make sense to you or not? See, there is something, because there is an attitude that people have. Why should I fulfill his expectation? Why should I do what he's telling me? I will not do. Even though there is no harm in it, Maybe it is benefiting everybody, but some people's nature is like that. Why should I fulfill your expectation? Why should I do what you're saying? I'll do what I want to do, So they are not bad people. They just do not see the benefit of listening to your request. Because when you communicate an expectation, it is not a demand. It is not an order you are giving to someone. You're requesting. Be also very clear. You are requesting. They may fulfill your request, they may not. Right? It's a request, it's not a demand. And nowadays, you are not in a position to demand. There was a time, when people are not getting many jobs. So you could demand, you want to be in this job, you better fulfill my expectations. You cannot do that anymore. Before you ask him to leave, he'll be having 5 jobs lined up, especially in the IT industry, if you know what I mean. KP knows that. IT, all the industries today. So the process of talking to the person, right, creating possibilities for him, at some point he will think, well, why not? I mean, he's asking me to do this. Expectation is what? You want somebody to do something, correct? Or you want someone to give something. What is an expectation normally? Can you give me some samples of the expectations that we have from people? Either you want them to do something. Yeah, Reddy Garu.
Discipline.
Yeah, but what is that? You want discipline means I want you to do something in this manner.
Yeah, coming on time.
Yeah, some action you want them to take, correct?
Yes, sir.
So it could be either something you want them to do or what else? What expectation you have? Always you want them to do something.
Yes, sir.
Or you want them to say something. Or sometimes we have an expectation. Why are you angry all the time? Don't be angry. That's an expectation. No? Why are they angry all the time? Why are they being irritable all the time? I'm talking to them nicely. Why are they getting irritated? That's also an expectation, right?
Yes.
So what request will you make? Ma'am, please don't get irritated when I'm talking to you. The person will say what to do when I look at your face only, I'm getting irritated. Should I change my face and come? Should I look the other way? Then you will not get irritated. Should I go away from the house? Then you will not be irritated. I am willing to do anything so that you are not irritated. That was on a lighter note. So you can fly a little, then come back. See, so whatever you are saying, you are asking them to be a certain way, or you are asking them to do something. Correct? Is there anything else? Or Abhinav might say, whenever I come and ask you something, you should say, Shabash, Abhinav, you are the greatest son in the world. Whatever you're doing is great. That may be his expectation. He may even
Correct.
he's even
Correct.
afraid to convey it. How can I go and tell him कि आप मेरी ना पापा हमेशा तारीफ किया करो, गलती मत निकाला करो. But that's his expectation, right? नाजायज तो नहीं है ना. Now let me bring you to another point, which is very important. But are you understanding? You have to convey it. You have to make sure they've understood it. And one more thing in life, it's better to have realistic expectation and not unrealistic expectation. So what is an unrealistic expectation? What is an unrealistic expectation?
It is like expecting an ant picking up a big stone.
Yeah, okay. And some more. We all have unrealistic expectations. People should never get angry with me. That's an unrealistic expectation. Sometimes they'll be angry, sometimes they'll not be angry. What are the, I should bang my head on the wall and it should not pain. That's unrealistic expectation. When I make mistake, no, people should appreciate me. They should not get angry when I make a mistake. Is that a realistic expectation? सर मैं गलती करूंगा ना तो लोगों को डांटना नहीं चाहिए, मेरे को आके यहाँ पे किसी देना चाहिए. Is that a realistic expectation?
Everyone should understand me.
Everybody. I have never told them what is there to be understood, but they should understand me. I never speak my heart. I never tell anybody anything, but they should understand me. ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है भाई? Or you should be asking them to sing that song to you. तारीफ करूं क्या उसकी जिसने तुझे बनाया. That's what Abhinav wants to listen all the time. Is that a realistic expectation? Is that a realistic expectation? Yes or no? People should always be happy with me. Is that a realistic expectation?
So 100% transparency and openness, that is something that I expect and I never, it's not fulfilled, sir. Like, and
Wait a minute. One at a time, please. 100% transparency and openness. So what do you expect people to do? Become, translucent? And openness means what? They should remove their clothes and roam around or what? No, no.
Just like minute to minute or day to day, whatever is really happening, what they are feeling, just to say that and not to make such a big deal of it. And when I also say the same, sir, that's all.
Yeah, true. But you tell me, is that a realistic expectation?
So
But it may not be realistic, but you can enroll people to be like that with you. If somebody is close to you, if there is honor, trust, allowance, gratitude, vulnerability, then it will be like that. Openness and transparency will be there when there is that intimacy is there in a relationship, right?
yeah,
But
yeah.
we never made it like that with people, and then we are expecting them to be transparent and open with us. Is that realistic?
Okay. So also I just wanted to say that whenever I express some expectation and it's fulfilled, also there is some sort of sadness. So it's not about the expectation being fulfilled or anything. Underlying is the deep need for connections. That's all. Whether the expectation is fulfilled or not,
That we are going to now a senior dialogue. See, when you are going to the area of intimacy or closeness, which will happen when there is honor, trust, allowance, gratitude, and vulnerability. And have you noticed that these expectations, which are by and large not communicated openly and transparently, and we are hoping that people should know what our expectations are. And because they are not fulfilling our expectations, we are not able to honor them or trust them or be in allowance of them. Have you noticed that? If you look at the underlying causes of why we are not able to bring this 5 elements, it's always that there'll be unfulfilled expectations. There will be broken promises.
So
There
what
will be thwarted intentions.
So what I look for is like basically just people expressing their expectations and just laughing that this arose in me, and not actually the fulfilling of the expectation. Just the expressing of that, I feel
I got
is
it.
more intimate and friendly
I
than
got it. But did you tell them that?
yeah.
Did you tell them I want this from you?
Okay.
No, my question to you is, have you told the people in your life who matter to you that this is what you want from them?
So I'm not able to get this simple thing across. I get into some form of battle when I'm just trying to communicate this insight that I'm just so effortlessly able to communicate with you, that it's not about the fulfillment of expectation or non-fulfillment thereof.
But you're not even conveying this to them, na? You yourself said that I am not able to tell them this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is it that stops you from conveying such a simple expectation to people? What you're asking for is very simple, no? What you're asking for is be yourself. Yeah, be open.
Yeah.
Is there a big deal? Like I'm open with you, like you're open with all of us, right?
Yeah.
Is there any effort required for that?
No, sir. I don't know why I'm not able to do this. It is a mystery to
Check
me.
it out. Maybe you're not able to do it because you have some prejudgments over there. And maybe you have some beliefs that they will not understand. Maybe you have some beliefs that no, those people are too complicated, they'll never understand what I'm trying to tell them. So there could be anything, I don't know. You need to look in yourself and see what is your internal mind state when you look at those people. So when you talk to Sukhdeepak, there is a certain perception you have, right?
Yeah.
You can be open with him.
Yeah.
When you talk to Vetrivel, there is an openness you will have with him. When you talk to Rama, you will not have that openness. Have you noticed that? So it has nothing to do with them. It has something to do with you.
Sir, I'm very open with Rama also, sir.
I'm just saying, yeah. I mean, because there are 3 different people, I said it like that. Doesn't mean that you're not.
Yeah.
But have you noticed that with some people, you will have that reserve?
Yeah.
Some people, you will not openly say these simple words.
Yeah.
There are some people in your life, you can very coolly tell them, why are you making such a big thing about it? Leave it, na? And they'll leave it.
Yeah. So
Right?
it's just of that connect, sir. Just that
That we made the effort to have that relationship with those people. So expectations can be conveyed. They may be accepted or not accepted. And you'll be okay with that also. And you can even say to them, what is your problem? Why are you not able to fulfill this simple expectation of mine? Without making a big significant conversation out of it. That is the quality of an intimate relationship. That somebody you're close to, you can say anything. Like I can tell you, hey, yaar, Suchitra, be quiet, yaar. Why are you making so much noise? You will not mind it if I tell you. But if I did not have that relationship with you, you will not listen to it. Now, what is coming in the way of all this may be your own judgments, right? I keep examining why we do what we do. And I've come to one understanding is because we are judging. We are judging, classifying right, wrong, good, bad, agree.
So if I'm clean as a whistle inside and I have rid myself of all these whatever judgments, so there is no way that it's not going to happen, isn't it, sir? There's no way that.
So Chitra, I cannot answer that question. Because I cannot say that I've been through all the millions of situations that is possible in this world. But I can tell you one thing, I will not be troubled by it. If I'm not judging. See, one of our judgments is that if I have now communicated my expectation to them, they have understood my expectation also. Now, why can't they fulfill it? They should fulfill it. Now, that's a judgment, no?
So
What
actually,
is wrong with them that they cannot fulfill my expectation?
Yeah, yeah. So actually, when I convey an expectation, I really don't want it, sir. I just don't. It's merely a tool. It's like just like a gambit. That's all. So, like I said, what the inner craving is just for that connection. That's all.
Fine, then there is no need. You can have, I mean, no expectation.
Yeah.
If you only want to fulfill that craving to be connected, you simply see what is required so that there is honor, trust, allowance, gratitude, and vulnerability.
Okay. So I need not.
Like that, like a small child, yeah. You know,
So-
children, they have expectations. They are not always fulfilled, but they're still, you know, as cuddly and loving as they always are. They may get upset with you for a few minutes, then they are back in action with you.
Yeah.
You got it? Yes, Mr. KP, sir. KP Garu.
Yes, sir. I was just thinking when you were talking to Suchitra, particularly when it is your own family member, your grown-up kid or spouse, even to communicate that expectation, they won't stand in front of you. They won't listen. They're not in listening mode. Sometimes years will pass away, right? Maybe some judgments with each other.
True.
You just can't. The moment you try to even communicate the expectations, some argument starts. The person disappears. I don't know how to. So that's where the full expectation is never communicated for years.
Yeah, because again, you have no control over them, but you have control over you, right?
Right.
So there's a good question you learned. What else is possible? See, if they are not listening to me, how do I make them listen to me?
Right.
See, when you take responsibility for your communication, you will say, okay, if they are not listening to me, what else is possible for me to do that they may start listening to me? Right? See, all of you on this call, notice one thing. For you all, listening means agreeing. You think that if somebody has listened to what you said, they should be agreeing to you. So when they don't agree to you, you think they are not listening. So when I say listening, it means that whatever words you have said, have they heard those words? You can ask them, have you heard what I said? Have they understood the meaning that you are trying to convey? Correct?
So they are not even heard. They don't even hear.
Yeah, exactly.
You
So what is
stop
it that we are doing
then
that
move
they
away.
don't even hear? So listen, KP, suppose somebody has made a judgment about you that KP opens his mouth, he's only judging. So I don't want to listen to him.
Right.
KP is only going to be complaining about something or the other. Then also they'll be not listening to you.
Right.
So there is some judgment or perception that has got made in that relationship, because of which they are not able to honor you.
True.
Because if I honor someone, I will listen to that person, right? I will make an effort to understand what he's trying to say. But if I do not honor someone, would I listen to them?
Not at all, yeah.
You know something, it's very peculiar I've seen. You may love someone, but you don't honor them. You think you love someone, but you don't honor them. Like everybody loves their parents, right? But does everybody honor them? Everybody loves their children, but do they honor them? That's why I opened up this can of worms this morning about expectations. Yeah, Vetri, you wanted to say something?
Sir, I have a doubt. Somebody honoring me is my business or their business?
I don't know how to answer that question, honestly. Somebody honoring you is, how does it matter? You cannot force anybody to honor you, can you?
But we have this expectation, sir.
No, 1 minute. Can you force anyone to honor you?
We cannot.
Right. So to have somebody, to have an expectation that somebody should honor you, it's absurd, right? It may get fulfilled, it may not. But I can be or do things in such a way that will make them honor me. I can honor them because I know one thing in my life, as you give, so will you. Like I know a person And Neeti also knows that person very well. And I've known him for years. Okay. And very good friends, even now. And we had a very bad patch also. And believe me, he's a person who can insult anybody in front of anybody, give the gali. He can do anything in this world. He's got the power to do so. All right. But with me, never once has he misbehaved. Never once has he spoken to me rudely. Ever. Right? He had enough reasons to do it, but he didn't do that, because he honors me. He actually honors me, that. And I know that he does. And I honor him. That's the beauty of it. Because he knows that I'm in total allowance of him. So people know that when you're in allowance of them, they come to know that it's easy for them to honor. It's very hard to honor someone judging you. Have you noticed that?
Correct. Our business is focusing on honoring from our side to that person. The rest is the gift.
See, our problem in life sometimes, I think, very well, is that our attention more is on taking rather than giving. Am I willing to give to someone what I'm expecting them to give to me? That's a good question to ask, right?
Sir, but there's a lot of programming that happens that you have to be a good receiver and all that, sir. So that's another stream that comes.
Just to add to that, Suchitra ji, I am keeping my both hands open, nothing is coming.
Yeah, so let me tell you something again about expectations, okay? Now let us say somebody, this is an actual thing which I'm working with right now. One of the senior VPs that I'm training right now, he's got 2 staff members who are always fighting with one another. And both are very important for him, okay? So he's tried to make them reconcile many times, make them work with one another. They just do not, right? So one day he says to me, sir, I failed with them. You do something. So I said, let's look and see what is your approach. Sir, I talked to them. I explained to them that they don't listen. They are not willing to compromise with one another and all that shit. And when I probed, I found that this man had so much judgments about both of them, that fellow is like this and that fellow is like that. And because that fellow is like this and because that fellow is like that, they'll never be able to get along with one another. And he's throwing that into the space. You see, if he wants his 2 staff members to get along with one another, that's his expectation. Now, for that expectation to be fulfilled, he himself will have to drop his judgments about them. See, first of all, he's got a judgment about that situation and he's resisting it. They should not be fighting with one another. That's a should, no? They are fighting means they are fighting, right? They should get along with one another. Why should they? They are not. They're not. But he's put it in that thing called bad. It is bad. It is bad. It is bad. So that judgment is leading to resistance. So in life, whatever you resist will persist. So he's not willing to drop that. So finally, after a lot of work I did with him to deal with his own judgments and all, he dropped it. And you'll be surprised to know, within a week, those 2 are now getting along with one another. Those 2 fellows who were sworn enemies of one another. In fact, one of them wanted to resign. He says, if I have to work with this fellow, I will resign. Or you transfer me to the US. I don't want to work with this fellow. You follow? But when this boss dropped his judgments about the 2 of them, and he dropped his judgment about the situation, he was able to find out the real issue which was there. Till that time, whatever he was, when you try to help someone, you'll try to find out what are the issues and all, no? But because of his judgment, he was not able to go to the core issue and that issue could never be sorted out. But when he dropped the judgments about those people, so many things came out and the matter got sorted out. So can you see how important it is? So coming back to expectations, we have to manage them. Managing means what? Communicating them. Like if I'm in a relationship with you, Vetrivel, I should be able to tell you what I expect from you. And I should be open to listen to your expectations from me also. When two parties do not sit down and they do not clarify their expectations from each other, there is always a problem. Okay, so here we are in this forum. We can help each other only when we know what our expectations are, isn't it? And we should communicate that. Many times we don't communicate thinking, oh, I know they will not listen. I know they will not like it, blah, blah, blah. So I will not tell them. If I will not tell them, how will they fulfill my expectation? Niti ji, you wanted to say something. Please go ahead.
Sir, I've been listening very intently. Part of my question you've answered, but still somewhere in my mind, there's not a perfect fit. The word expectation, maybe that's my judgment, but the word expectation has a pinch of being a one-sided approach. Probably my judgment, but that is how it is coming to me. How do we deal with that pinch so that the pinch goes away and we look at it with a neutral approach?
I think I told that earlier. I'll again repeat it. See, I have an expectation, okay? And I am a realist. I don't have an unrealistic expectation that all my expectations should be fulfilled. See, if you have an expectation that all my expectations have to be fulfilled, then you are in trouble. Now, I have an expectation. So let's say I have an expectation from you, Niti. All right. And I am very clear that Niti has a right to fulfill my expectation or not. It's up to her, right? I can only convey my expectation. I cannot force her to fulfill it. So I will communicate that expectation. I will make sure that Niti has understood what my expectation is. And then I'm giving her a freedom to fulfill it or not. Step number one. Step number two, if that person shows unwillingness to fulfill my expectation, and if I am an owl, not a shark, owl wants a win-win solution. Owl would want to find out, okay, what is stopping Niti from fulfilling this simple expectation that I have from her? Right? What is blocking her? What is it that she wants, that she feels that if she fulfills my expectation, she'll have to give up what she wants? And that when I'm having an attitude like that, there'll be no upset, right? And then I'll find out, okay, this is what, so it's never one-sided. The way we normally expect is one-sided.
Yes,
Right?
those situations.
Because
where
we think, yaar, usko bhi to kuch chahiye hoga. I mean, if she wants something and I am asking for something and she cannot fulfill that because she may be thinking that she'll lose something or she may have to give up something. So when I stop being like that, when I be an owl and I say, hello, what is stopping this person from fulfilling such a simple request of mine? Then my attitude will be different. I'll say, all right, fine, you don't want to fulfill. But may I ask you, I mean, what's the problem in fulfilling this small expectation? And if I have that relationship with that person, the person will feel free to openly tell me, look, Sukhdeepak, this is the reason why. But a lot of times they won't say, they'll say, no, he's not going to listen if I tell him, and why should I tell him, and blah, blah, blah. So that's where the relationship counts, that, it's like the chicken and egg story. If we are not able to convey our expectations both ways, convey, I didn't say fulfill. If we are not able to convey, we don't have a relationship of honor, trust, and vulnerability and gratitude and all that. I cannot have it. Because unfulfilled expectations are the biggest cause of upsets between people. And when people are upset with one another, they find it hard to honor one another. So if you have a one-sided expectation that I don't care what you have to do, you have to fulfill my expectation, then you are in deep trouble. Because you will be more disappointed than not, or you may become a shark and, force people to do what you say and all that shit, which may not be acceptable to you either. Yeah. That's why when I take responsibility for fulfilling my expectations, I'll have to find out what they expect also, or are they having to compromise somewhere to fulfill my expectation, right? If they're unwilling to do something, then why are they unwilling to do that? Because in my eyes, I may be thinking, usme kaun si badi baat hai agar wo kar lenge to. But in their mind, it may be a big thing, na? But did I ever bother to find out? So sometimes we do bother also. Even then we are not able to find out. Because the person themselves may not be very clear why they don't want to do it. That's another problem. See, in all our complicated relationships, complication hai isliye na. Because for an outsider, it looks ki isme kya hai, it's such a simple thing, unko kar lena chahiye. But the person who's sitting inside, it doesn't look very simple to them. You'll say, nahi, usko ego problem hai, ye problem hai. We don't know. That's why I believe that a compassionate approach is always useful in a relationship. That instead of getting angry that somebody did not fulfill my expectation, I will gently probe and find out at an appropriate time, okay, what is stopping them? See, this is what I did with that guy and his 2 staff members. I said, look, let's find out, na? Because both are logical people, both are well-educated people, and they are carrying on this, absurd vedanta against each other. They are not fools, right? They've also got some brains. So why are they doing this? So when we adopted a more compassionate approach and we wanted to find out why is it really happening, and we were willing to let them be, then suddenly, things started moving. Because I believe energetic blocks, when we remove from our brain, things start moving. So it's a very good question. Thank you for asking it, Neeti, and bringing the important thing to light there. Yes, Madam, 100 acre.
So I had 2 things to convey, sir. One is regarding the point that you made about the person who mediates between 2 conflicting people. So if the mediator themselves is outraged that how can this sort of conflict exist, so then it's not possible for that to be resolved. So that's one I wanted to say.
Yeah, exactly. And you're experiencing that in your life, aren't you?
Yes, sir. So they are just outraged by every piece of information that emerges. Like, how can this be? It simply can't be like this. So it was like that, sir. So
no allowance, no?
yeah. Yeah. So, and the other point is about expectations. If we have expectations which are in keeping with that being, sir, like, for example, if somebody expects me to be a scholar now on the Bhagavad Gita, I simply can't do it because that is not my area of interest at all. So they say that you have a good academic background and all that. So why don't you take this up and fulfill? But that's just not the way. That's not my interest at all at this point of time. So if the expectations are in keeping with the genetic and makeup of that person and the direction in which they are moving, there is a huge likelihood that they will fulfill it. And also, if they are not doing it now, they will see the benefit in their fulfilling it.
Simple language is what? If you let them be,
yeah,
they will let you be.
Yeah.
So that's what I said, have realistic expectation.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, unrealistic expectation is somebody should like something because you like it.
Yeah.
They may not like it, right?
Yeah. So
will never get fulfilled.
Yeah, so we don't see that neurodiversity, we don't acknowledge. So it is a very important factor that human beings come in all colors, shapes, and sizes.
Allowance, madam, allowance. It's called simple language allowance. Be in allowance.
Yeah.
And we try to be that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Kuldeep ji, nice to see you. Aap muted hai, sir. After that, Reddy Garu's turn. Yes, now you're.
Sir, are you saying that before expecting that our expectation should be fulfilled by us, we should focus on deepening the relationship first?
Well, if you deepen the relationship, it's easier to request and be listened to.
Got it. But we should deep.
That's what I said. It is like chicken and egg story.
Yes.
If you don't convey expectations and you don't listen to their expectations, you'll never be able to deepen your relationship also.
Yes.
So it works.
So So if relationship is deepened, it is automatically likelihood that they would fulfill the expectation.
The other way around also, sir.
Hmm.
If there is a clarity from both parties, what they expect from each other, the chances of a better relationship happening also starts. Because
Yeah.
the relationship gets spoiled because of broken expectations.
Of course.
That's what. Thank you so much. Reddy Garu. After Reddy Garu, we will have Darshana Garu.
Sir, we have told 3 steps. Number 1 is communication. Number 2 is listening. Number 3, can you tell me in one word what it is?
Which number 3?
The third step.
Taking responsibility
That's all, sir.
and conveying it.
Okay.
And be open that they may fulfill your expectation or not. Because let's be realistic.
Okay.
Because just because you have an expectation, it does not mean that they will fulfill it.
Yeah.
Just because they have understood your expectation does not mean they will fulfill it. So
Okay.
if you want your expectation to be fulfilled, you will have to find out first why they are not able to fulfill it.
Okay.
Because sometimes they just don't know how.
Okay.
So if you are able to communicate with them and find out that what you are asking, why are they not able to do it? Right?
Yes.
What is it that they want? You know, people think that if I fulfill Mr. Reddy's expectation, then something which I want, I will be losing that. So you have to make them find out what is the reason why they are not doing it.
Okay.
Got it? Yes, Darshana ji, and then Kunen ji.
Yeah, I would just like to say that I found this session, today's session, so beneficial. I realized so many things about expectations and how to go about it. And so many of my questions were answered by other people's experiences sharing, and they are asking questions and questions being answered. So it really answered a lot, and a lot of my questions, which had been bothering me since the last so many years. So I'm really very glad I came today. And second thing, I must leave now, unfortunately. So, but before leaving, I want to thank each and every one of you for wishing me on my birthday. Thank you so much.
And have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. God bless you. And
Right.
may all your wishes be fulfilled.
Right.
And to live for 30 years more and happy and healthy.
And may I know how to fulfill whatever I've missed for so many years.
Oh, that we will find out. You're coming every morning, aren't you?
Thank you. Thank you all so much and have a good day, everybody.
Yeah,
Happy
be-
birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you
Happy
so
birthday,
much.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, bubbly, bubbly.
Birthday, birthday.
Thank you. Thank you, Kunanji.
Happy birthday, Darshana ji.
Happy
Thank
birthday.
you all. Thank you so much. I'll take your leave now.
All
Thank
right,
you.
well, in any case, 8:30 is our cutoff time. Now we are all
Yes,
here.
right. Okay.
All right, Kunen, शायरी सुनाने वाले हो क्या?
मैं
आइए,
शायरी सुन के
शायरी।
मैं शायरी सुन के जाऊंगी मैं शायरी सुन के
शायरी सुन
जाऊंगी
के जाएंगे, चलो.
एक शायरी अभी मैं सोच रहा था, लिखा है मैंने, मैं अभी अर्ज करता हूँ. उसके पहले क्विकली अबाउट दिस एक्सपेक्टेशन सर, व्हाट नॉर्मली आई डू इज दैट also influence the other persons and show the possibilities that how exactly the things can be done which will be in his or her favor, so that he gets encouraged to take action and get the things done. And शायरी अर्ज की जनाब के झूठी उम्मीद की उंगली को पकड़ना छोड़ो, झूठी उम्मीद की उंगली को पकड़ना छोड़ो, दर्द से बात करो, दर्द से लड़ना छोड़ो.
वाह वाह वाह.
दर्द से बात करो, दर्द से लड़ना छोड़ो. और एक लाइन और है कि चांद सूरज की तरह तुम भी हो कुदरत का खेल, चांद सूरज की तरह तुम भी हो कुदरत का खेल, जैसे हो वैसे रहो, बनना और बिगड़ना छोड़ो.
Thank you.
Good.
I think that fits me perfectly, so I will do that now. Thank you so much,
दीदी का भी
Kunal.
सुन लो.
Sir, it's my birthday also.
Yes.
Who's that?
Manashi birthday. Happy birthday, Manashi.
Happy birthday.
Who
Nobody
is
read,
that?
I put in chat. So this is an expectation. I put it in chat.
अभी only difference is दर्शना जी का 80th birthday है और मानसी जी का 18th birthday है.
Thank you.
Kuldeep ji, let's have a share from you for Mansi.
सर अभी एक शेर है जो अभी अभी लिखा गया कि दूसरे मेरी इच्छा पूरी करें, दूसरे मेरी इच्छा पूरी करें, ये इच्छा तो लगभग सबकी है। दूसरे मेरी इच्छा पूरी करें, ये इच्छा तो लगभग सबकी है, जिसकी नहीं उसकी इच्छा पूरी।
Wow, wow.
Wow, wow.
हाँ जी, Mr. Acharya.
So, good morning, sir.
Morning.
Okay, sir. I want to ask you, sir, if one is not fulfilling my expectation, then what I have to do means I will be hurt, sir.
On a lighter note, if you have a choice, change it.
I'm not going to
Change it.
answer this question because he's saying if they don't meet my expectation, I'll be hot. So what kind of question he's going to ask, I don't know. So you can ask it offline later on. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, trying to close the session today. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great day. Have a great life. And we will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. God bless.
Bye, everyone.